not Botox.
Yes, it is.
I got stung by one of our bees on the foot.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning, time to go. Got that smile upon my face, cause there's excitement in the chase, this I know. Yeah, I'm going for the ride and find myself, I am alive, and I soar. Still I run towards the wind and let the challenge draw me in, cause I want more. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure.
Okay.
Hello, internet. All right, so we are in our backyard for now, because we got a surprise coming. We did just put an offer down on a house. That house, that offer, we did just put an offer down on the house, and that offer was accepted. And so we got some acreage. We're gonna move these bees out there, get some chickens and all kinds of cool stuff. All right, but for today we are at home, and we are in our little garden area here, which you can see, tiny little garden, but it's still our garden and we love it. We have 4 different hives, and what we're doing today is we are going to take these hives and we're going to treat them with Apivar. That is what we, I don't know if you can see that, but that is what we use. It's just what we've been using, what we've been told to use. And last year it worked really good, so we're going to use it again this year. We actually only have enough right now to do 2 hives, but we got more coming. These things called Varroa mites, and basically what they do is they get in there and mess things up. They cause disease with the bees, makes their production slow. Hopefully this right here will clear them of disease and get them strengthened back up to where they can really grow within the next 3 to 4 months and be ready for wintertime.
Pretty falling flowers. All right, yeah, basically all he's gonna do is he's taking each of these frames out individually from this top box. We're gonna see if there's any brood in there. And if not, see down here we just have an empty box and we kind of put everything there. So you can see here, these little capped cells, that's capped brood. That's little baby bees that have already been capped. You see any larvae?
Yeah, I see larvae in there.
Which this is really good because this is in the top box. That means she's got 2 brood chambers, which does mean that A, she's doing what she should do. It's not all drone brood, but also that we do need to treat both boxes with the Apivar. So we're trying to do the 2 weaker hives first, and then if we have any over, we'll treat one of the others. I believe this is also one of the bees that stung me the other day when I went to the ER.
Just go with what you feel is right. Your ankles are exposed, by the way.
I need to step on them.
Huh?
I said normally when I get stung, I'm stepping on them. So. Well.
Why not just wear socks?
Huh?
Why not just wear socks?
I don't even own socks, Monty.
Well, I do, and I don't want to end up going to the emergency room again because you're being. Just go put socks on. And your knees exposed. They can see, they're not blind. They can find where. So, while Tara's in there putting more clothes on, you might think I'm being grumpy or bossy, but we did have to go to the emergency room last week because Tara, she's overconfident about things. So last week we had to go to the emergency room, and apparently Dactyl still didn't learn her lesson.
Because I have never, not one time, not even once in the history of this and messing with them, been stung by the bees when we're doing things with them. It's whenever I don't wear shoes and I step on one in the yard. They're not evil little monster beasts trying to come and kill you.
No, they're not evil, but they do try to protect their hive, and the very few times that I've been stung, they find their way, they can find your skin, they can find a way to sting you. And I am careful, and I have been stung way less than her, but I've been...
Because he's too careful.
No, I'm not too careful.
Careful.
One of us has ended up in the emergency room, one of us hasn't.
Yeah, from not wearing shoes in the yard and stepping on them unsuspectingly.
The problem is that she's still overconfident.
She had no choice.
From her overconfidence, we end up possibly today
I stepped on her.
in the emergency room again. Hours spent, money spent, all because Tara doesn't want to wear socks. So that's why I'm grumpy about it.
There's no hours spent, money spent. It was 1 hour. That was all. Dramatic. Dramatic. I think you should cut to some footage of people running around in the fields barefoot, looking happy in life. Getting stung by a bee. Husbands yelling at them because they're not wearing socks. That's what should be next. I don't wear socks, people.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book. You know you can't be lazy. Never use a messy recipe. The cake will end up crazy. If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a cake. It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book. You know you can't be lazy. Never use a messy recipe. The cake will end up crazy. If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a cake. We gotta have it made. You know that I love. You gotta do the cooking by the book.
I got stung by one of our bees on the foot, and it's swollen, and now it's gone into my lips and my tongue, and I look like a bad Botox person.
First, the bees need to find a lot of food for the winter because they cannot collect during the winter. If they don't find enough food during the winter, then the whole hive could be at risk of starvation.
You're fine.
That's terrifying.
All right, here, go.
Okay. During the winter, bees make lots of honey. As you would expect, did you know the winter hive... Wait, can I restart?
Yeah.
The bee's only other source of food is bee bread. Older female adult bees collect pollen and mix it with nectar or honey and a little saliva as they go along. Then carry it back to the hive and deposit it in cells next to the developing baby bees, called larvae. This stored pollen, known as bee bread, is the colony's main source of protein during the cold winter.
During the winter, bees make lots of honey, as you would expect. Did you know over the winter, the hive can have made over 80 pounds before spring even starts?
Wow.
Before the winter starts, the summer bees kick out all the winter bees. I mean, what?
They kick out the winter.
Before the winter starts, the summer bees have to kick out all drone bees to make room for winter bees. Otherwise, the hive would be too full. That's what they're doing there. When the winter comes, the bees' job is to keep the queen warm. To do that, all have to cluster while the outside of the cluster is cold. The inside can get up to 90 degrees just from the heat of the bees.
The bees on the inside of the cluster keep their head pointed inward, and the bees on the outside of the cluster feed on the honey that has been stored in the combs for the winter.
Some bees don't have to cluster in warm climates. The queen bee spends her winter alone in a little nest, and it's completely fine.
That's not honeybees, but go ahead.
While the queen bee stays cozy in the cluster, the worker bees get honey from the honeycomb they stored it in. But they still have to stay with the queen to keep her warm, so they do both at the same time.
Winter bees live a lot longer than summer bees. Summer bees only live from 4 to 6 weeks, while winter bees live from 4 to 8 months. That's over triple the time that summer bees live.
Only 5% of bees die during the winter time.
Then when the spring is here, the winter bees start to make honeybees so they can continue on with their life.
All right, go, go, go.
Okay, that is all the facts we were able to find. Hope you learned something new. Have a beautiful day.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning. Time to go.